Blue Ridge, Georgia, an amazing little Georgia mountain town with a perfect blend of outdoor activities, art, scenery, history, fine dining, and of course, fine wine. Michelle Swim, who goes by Mick, is the founder of Bear Claw Vineyards and has beautifully taken the reins of this Georgia-grown gem that perfectly personifies the region.
Basically, I was looking for a business to start that would be a generational business that would be here forever.
Mick took this project as a second career, and she ran with it. She had the financial background to keep the books in order, and being a person who analyzes everything with a fine-tooth comb, the business of growing vines and barreling wine was a challenging yet perfect fit for her skill set.
A 200, 300-year-old farm that's generational. But then when I looked into it, as far as financially, there weren't a lot of options if you have a mortgage. So if Grandpa gives you the farm, it's a great life. But if Grandpa doesn't give you the farm and you have to buy the farm, it's a little harder. They always say if you want to own a winery, you should start out with millions of dollars first. That was not the case for me.
Tasty grapes have been growing throughout Georgia for decades, and those are usually the sweeter Muscadine and Scuppernong variety. Fantastic in their own right, but along with a select few other North Georgia wineries, Michelle has realized that particular pockets in these southern Appalachian hills indeed can be a great environment for Chardonnay, Cabernet Sauvignon, and other celebrated varieties that have traditionally been linked to the West Coast.
We have alluvial plain soil in our vineyard, which is an old riverbed, basically. If we did not have this, I'm sure we would have a lot more problems. Also, we are one of the few vineyards I know of in the southeast U.S. that is densely planted. Normally, when you go to a vineyard, it'll be 10 to 12 feet between plants. And ours are 2 feet apart, so we are definitely packed in there. And it also is a great thing because in order to put almost 5,000 plants here, it would have taken like 9 acres or so, and now we've only planted like 4. So we are spraying only 4 acres, not 9 or 10. So it's financially a lot better for us. It's better for the environment also. Fortunately for me, I have a little history in the HVAC industry. That enabled Bear Claw to have some state-of-the-art chillers and tanks. And we have crack units, they call them. We are using our chill glycol from our tanks in these boxes that are up on the ceiling. And they actually provide free air conditioning to this room for our facility. You're reusing our glycol, so that's a plus. We also cold stabilize all the wines at Bear Claw, meaning we're going to take these down to about 27 degrees and hold them there for about 2 weeks. That gives a wine a nice quality, I believe, and we finish off our reds that way too to cold stabilize those.
Bear Claw's back porch overlooks the vineyard and makes for the perfect setting to enjoy this Georgia-grown refreshment.
I do love the seasonal tourism that it brings. The agritourism is our main selling point. The tours are usually on Saturday. They are an awesome opportunity. But we basically take you from January through December outside. Then we take you through harvest and we take you back in the winery building and we explain how wine is made. We literally spend a lot of time with people to make sure when they leave here, they fully understand how the grapes were grown, how they were processed, and how we put it in the bottle.
And if you look out into the woods, you spot another unique feature of the Bear Claw experience: their quirky, rustic, and magnificent treehouse.
I didn't think DIY Network would pick us when I applied online, but they did. And the treehouse guys came out and built our treehouse, which is now basically a hotel. Agritourism, again, is awesome for us. That brings many people to our vineyard, and that way they can stay in the treehouse overnight. We had no revenue. We were not open to the public. We did not have wine in the bottle. But we had a treehouse sitting over our vineyard, and when that show aired, we immediately had revenue because we rented the treehouse. So that paid for 2 vineyard workers for 2 years prior to us opening. It was a gift.
The treehouse is a hidden gem for sure, but it's the wine that keeps me coming back. The Bear Claw Treehouse Chardonnay is just one of many wines I got to experience my first time visiting the winery in 2018, and made such an impression that I had to come back to relive the experience. Okay, this is the sweetest, the dream catcher.
Yes, the dream catcher.
With the Georgia peach.
We boast that it pairs well with life.
My life just got better.
Good.
Yes. Bear Claw was hit hard by the pandemic, and in May 2019, freeze did not help the situation with the Chardonnay. But those are the kind of setbacks that drive folks like Mick to adapt and persevere, keeping Bear Claw flowing for those who love the wine from these Georgia-grown vines.